Welcome. Today we have a great show to go through. Jennifer Gooden is the Director of the Office of Sustainability for the City of Oklahoma City, and I think this is going to be one of our more interesting shows. And so welcome, Jennifer, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
If I may, I'd just like to spend a minute just to give you a little bit of background about my understanding of sustainability and when I became aware of the importance of it. 2 or 3 years ago, I was asked to present a paper on the tax incentives for energy savings and energy reduction for both businesses and individuals. And in connection with the research for that, began to do some study with respect to the overall importance of energy conservation, as well as water conservation and other types of sustainability issues. And then last year was involved with the American Institute of CPA's first conference on sustainability and got to have even a greater education and understanding of what's going on in corporate America with respect to sustainability. And often corporate America sometimes catches a lot of criticism in this area, but they've really shown a lot of leadership, I believe, in this role. And companies like Walmart, for example, not only have they taken on the issue of sustainability and tried to improve from an internal standpoint, about 5 or 6 years ago they began working with their vendors and requiring them to demonstrate what they're doing in the area of sustainability, and that's a very important role now with new vendors as to whether or not they'll get contracts with Walmart, is their ability to demonstrate what they're doing in this area. So with that kind of a brief introduction, can you tell me a little bit about the Office of Sustainability and what that means to you, Jennifer?
Sure. Yeah, I think Oklahoma City was working along a similar timeline to the time that you got interested in sustainability.
Okay.
The office is fairly new. The research for the office began in 2008, and it was launched in 2009. So it's just been a couple of years that the city has been involved in it, although we've done a lot of activities throughout other departments in the past to improve energy efficiency and environmental impact. That's really the core of what we do in the Office of Sustainability, is focusing on energy efficiency and environmental impact. And I like your introduction about the corporate world being involved, because I think it highlights an important component of sustainability, which is that it's really a practical issue. It's about saving energy and about saving money, and those are all things that make a lot of sense in the business environment as well as for us individuals and the government.
Yes, I've seen some studies. They're projecting over $500 billion to be spent by corporate, not just America, but throughout the world, corporations, in the area of sustainability over the next 10 years. So it's certainly a big concern and a lot of effort going to improve the overall efforts in sustainability. So that's great. You know, and as soon as I joined the council this spring, one of the first areas I asked about was the Office of Sustainability, and I believe you've just joined us this past year in that role.
I did. I've been here 6 months and really enjoying it.
That's great. Well, it's such an important issue to be aware of, and I think part of the concern may be the lack of awareness by many people concerning the issue of sustainability. And if I could just share a couple of points that I've been made aware of. You know, the world is covered, 70% of the world is covered by water, but only 3% of that is usable drinking water and water that we can use in our everyday lives. So it's a very limited resource, and we all understand that energy and other types of natural resources are limited. So I think that's an important aspect of the Office of Sustainability, is to reach out and try to share the importance of these issues. And I think your office is doing quite a bit in that regards. Is that true?
Yeah, we have. One of our most popular programs has been a sustainability education program. It's a series of workshops and discussion groups that have met throughout this past year on a wide variety of topics. It's been everything from is wind power a good idea for you in your urban home to simple solutions that you can take in your home to improve or reduce your energy usage. We've also talked about, in regards to water, about rainwater capture and reuse, especially in landscapes, and about growing for landscapes or lawns and food production gardens with the current drought cycle that we're going through, helping people make people more aware of the opportunities that are available there.
That is so important. In New York, we don't see it here that much, but in New York, most of the major buildings capture rainwater and reuse it in some capacity. And they've got a great source of water supply. It's up in northern New York State that's brought down into New York City. But they consume so much that they have to do everything they can just to save some money in some regards to capture rainwater. You know, back in 2010, speaking about the scarcity of water in certain parts of the country, Atlanta, its water supply dropped down to just a 90-day level, which is considered an emergency level of supplies. And we see out in California, throughout the state, certain areas continue to have problems generating enough water. So those kinds of issues, while we've not seen problems, certainly do exist in other parts of the country and especially throughout the world.
Yeah, we've been really fortunate in Oklahoma City in that we have really high quality water and we have a good water supply system set up. But there's still a lot of good reasons to conserve. We are seeing water tables dropping, and so I think it's just really important too that people know that there are pretty easy solutions to conserving water, from low cost fixtures that you can change, and a large portion of the water that homeowners use is for outside irrigation.
Yes.
So, for example, switching from sprinkler irrigation to drip irrigation is much more efficient use of water and delivers water directly to the plant roots where the plants need it, rather than spraying it through the air where the wind or sun can carry it away.
That is great. Now, that may not currently be on the city's website, but perhaps that kind of information at some point in time can begin to be shared with the public, because I think it's all very important and everyone would really benefit from having that kind of access to that kind of information. Well, can we talk a little bit about some of the reasons why people should be concerned with this and why they may want to go green? That's the term that they use a lot in the area of sustainability. What are some of the reasons or benefits for focusing on this?
Well, there are a lot of reasons. There's a lot of interest in it lately, especially in the last few years. People's level of interest in sustainability has risen pretty dramatically. A big one is saving money.
Yes.
That is a place where all of us can benefit. For example, in making pretty simple changes to your home, like using weather stripping and caulk and low-cost materials, you can weatherize your home and reduce the leaking of your warm, heated air in the winter from the inside out, and opposite of that in the summer with the cold air from your air conditioner, and really save on your utility bills. That can make a very big difference in a family budget.
Yes, and I think, aren't there some programs that will help homeowners to accomplish that?
Yeah, we have a great program called the Green Home Loan Program, and it's administered by Community Action Agency here in Oklahoma City. And it is a program for anybody who resides in Oklahoma City, any homeowner. And there are a few criteria. The household has to make $100,000 or less, and reside within the city of Oklahoma City. But if you meet those minimal conditions, we have low interest loans of 3% that are available to homeowners to make these upgrades. One of the things we hear a lot is, and me just as much as anyone else, is that we know there are things we could be doing better, but it's the challenge of coming up with the initial investment to make to improve your home, even if you know it will have a really good return on investment over the long term. And that's the purpose of this loan. So people can borrow up to $15,000 for up to 48 months and use it for a variety of energy efficiency investments in the home. So that could be insulation, new heating or air conditioning units, Energy Star appliances that will use less energy, for refrigerators and dishwashers and that kind of thing. You can also do Energy Star windows and doors, and those can be a source of air leaks. And one of the things I really love about this program is that while there are some things that may be obvious to us as homeowners that we know we need to change, sometimes it's not all that obvious. And this program includes a home energy audit for a professional to come into your home and identify the improvements you can make that will have the quickest return on your investment.
Oh, that's a great idea. That would be helpful. I'm going to take up that opportunity myself, because I think we all could benefit from that. Mm-hmm. And then any other reasons why they may want to look at sustainability and conserving energy?
Yeah, absolutely. Another big reason is supporting the local economy.
Yeah.
For example, one of the big issues in sustainability is food, and the having healthy, fresh food. And a really great way to do that is to buy your food locally. And here in an agricultural state, buying our food locally means supporting our local farmers and keeping those jobs here in Oklahoma.
That's great. What is the city doing in regards to sustainability? Can you share some recent examples of what we're doing to help be better stewards of our resources?
Sure, we have some big programs going on. One of our major programs are energy efficiency retrofits. Just like a homeowner can see a big return on their investment, the city, within city government, can also see a big return on our investment. So we have done retrofits on 26 of our city facilities, changing out light bulbs, for example, the old T12 fluorescent lamps to T8 lamps, and heating and air conditioning units, and installing energy management systems. And we think that will have a significant impact on cities' on the city's finances through utility bill payments in the future.
Yes. When we were up at the conference a year ago, we got to tour two facilities, the Empire State Building, and they had recently had a retrofit of the entire building, and they're anticipating recovering their investment, which was many millions of dollars, within a 3-year period, just because of the higher cost of utilities in New York City, mm-hmm. as well as some of the other costs. Then we went down to the Bank of America building in New York City, which is one of the few platinum LEED buildings, and got to see all the components of that building and saw the savings. And so, from us on a city standpoint, often we're motivated by dollar savings, but there's some true benefits beyond just saving money as far as helping the environment with some of these sustainability efforts as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We're projecting savings of about $200,000 per year as a result of these upgrades. But we've also heard from staff in the buildings that the quality of light is much better and the work environment is a lot better because of the upgrades.
Yes, one final comment and then we'll have to wrap things up. One of the overriding theme from corporate America is when they improve the work environment through more natural lighting and some other things, improving the air quality within the buildings, they see the number of sick days dramatically go down and productivity goes up. So it really does make a lot of sense to do some of these items. So Jennifer, I want to thank you for joining us today. This has just been a great show. And if anyone wants additional information, they can contact you by email. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And then our website, okc.gov, does have some information. We're constantly trying to upgrade and improve that, especially in the area of sustainability. So look to see what we have available on our website, too.
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. And thank you for joining us today.